Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing review series videos I've been doing for a little while. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, it's a beautiful overcast day. I'm rather happy about it. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And that's absolutely the case today. Just got off of work. We pulled some extra hours on the weekend. So, just, hey, make a little money. Good, happy about that. But definitely was done at the end of the day. It's like I'd gotten a little bit too used to actually having 2-day weekends. So this was a little bit of a stretch for me, but it was good. Again, make a little extra money. When I was done, though, I was like, man, I know I want to go out, grab something, so I can just kind of relax and, treat myself a little bit. So where did I go? What did I get? Well, I went out to, boom, Thornton's, which, if you're unfamiliar, they're a gas station chain. And I was looking at their items that they had on, like their grill and stuff like that, the rollers and all that stuff. Sure. Boom! What is this, though? This is their loaded bacon and cheddar potato skins tornado. It might be called tornado, it's spelled tornado, but when I was working in my gas station job for 7 years, we always called them tornadoes. We put that little emphasis on it. So I don't know, but whatever. It looks like this. And yeah, it's like a little sort of taquito thing. That's typically like when I would have like Hispanic people come into my gas station. They'd be over there and they'd see, oh, taquitos. I'm like, same fucking difference. So, let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like that, and we'll just kind of go, ha 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 ha! Let's give it a shot. I typically like these things well enough. Mind you, I don't know how fresh these were, but I take what I can get. They're still gooey inside. Definitely been sitting for a little bit, though. A little bit crispier on the outside than you'd like. Not as warm on the inside. But that's to be expected. It's fucking Sunday. There's only one guy working there. I'm not going to get mad about it. When I worked at the gas station, if y'all wanted food, y'all had to wait till about an hour before I was getting ready to leave. I didn't put anything on. Just that final hour. It's okay. Like, you can definitely taste the potato skin aspect of it, which is nice. Only thing is, in an instance like this, where you've already got a breaded coating, that plus the potato makes it feel very kind of stodgy and, like, sort of almost overly heavy with basically carbs and starch. So, the cheddar comes through nicely. And that's definitely different than most of the other tornado flavors that I've personally experienced. Cheddar isn't usually the go-to cheese, I don't feel. Maybe it is. Maybe I just haven't been paying enough attention. I don't know about bacon so much. Bacon's obviously like the real premium ingredient in this whole thing. And I'm not surprised that it's the element that I'm getting the least out of. There might be a little something savory and salty in there, but calling it bacon might be giving, like, might be little chunks of bacon in there. But if they are, they're very sparsely populated. Because the last bite that I got there, it did feel like I was chewing on something, that had a little bounce to it, that wasn't like just potato or cheese. So maybe there are like little bacon bits in there. I don't know. The potato I'm getting, I would say the cheese is definitely the strongest aspect, far and away. And it does have, like, sharp cheddar taste, albeit within the realm of what a gas station can emulate. Yeah, the bacon's more of, like, kind of a loose background note. And it always tends to be, even when they do, like, the breakfast versions, it's like bacon, egg, and cheese. And it's like, all right, cool. It's like 90%, egg and cheese, and then, like, maybe a little bit of bacon. That's definitely the case here as well. It's okay. I wasn't exactly expecting miracles out of this, but I was kind of hoping for better than this. Especially because, like, they don't come out with new flavors that often. At least not in my experience. So I was kind of like, okay, razzle-dazzle me a little bit. No razzle, no dazzle. Okay. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Not really and not really. It's not bad. Like, there's nothing awful about it. But what I will say is I find it personally to be very disappointing. Again, I feel it to be very lacking in the bacon element of it, which really should be, the highlight here. Certain other aspects I'll give them credit for. Like I said, the fact that they're able to get that potato skin element and for it to be like a noticeable flavor. Credit where it's due. And the cheddar wasn't terrible for what it was, but like, even then, again, going back to what I was saying before, you've already got the breading on the outside, the potato on the inside. I don't know. I just don't feel even texturally like it's really that great of a combination. At least not in this instance. So yeah, I don't think I would get this one again. I'd probably stick to like the pepperoni pizza or maybe the sausage, egg, and cheese or some shit. French toast ones are pretty good. If I'm recommending it though, I mean, try it if you want to, obviously, you're allowed to do what you want. I mean, depending, I don't know what your circumstances are, where you're from, or what you're doing, but typically, I hate to think that my ridiculous YouTube show is like the only respite of like some poor unfortunate soul living in a cave, just like the only thing that they can watch, and it's like, one day I'll get out of here and I'll get to eat the tornadoes I want. I believe in you, Cave Monkey. I believe in you. It's Sprite Tropical Mix. I've reviewed this in the past. I love it. But if you want my full take, you can actually look up the review. God damn, that's good. But anyway, yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend this one. I think there's better options available. I think fundamentally this one just doesn't really land all that well. It's not terrible or anything, but yeah. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly tornado-tastic rest of your life. But not tornado-tastic, because that probably won't go very well for you. I don't know, maybe you're like a tornado hunter. That can't be, that's got to be like volcano scientists, right? Up there with like people who probably die out in the field. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, have you ever grabbed anything off the rollers at a gas station? I will say this, working again, the 7 years that I did at a gas station, I will say this, at least when I was working there, I did try to keep the rollers clean. I cleaned them every night. I did go over there, we did cycle that stuff out. On my end of things, if there was anything left over on my shift, that meant somebody fucked up, because stuff was already supposed to have been cycled out before I got there. But sometimes it happened. But at least as far as things were concerned, I put out stuff that was, it came from a freezer, but for all intents and purposes, it was in date and all that good stuff, so we did try to have a little bit of quality control for what it was. So, well, let me know your experiences. Anyway.